How do celestial bodies move through the sky? Multiple choice. Is it A, they are each carried... Cooper?
Invisible strings!
I don't believe it is invisible strings, Cooper. That's quite preposterous if you ask me.
Quite.
Answer A, they are each carried on the back of a giant tortoise flying through space. Welcome aboard Bus One. We were on our way to Prague in the Czech Republic, but we're heading straight for a time vortex, and there's nothing we can do about it.
A time vortex?
No.
What does that mean?
I feel like we're jumping right into the thick of the plot here.
In media res.
Why, hello there, strange folk.
Old Aiden?
My name is Bustopher Bustington III, and I am but a simple coach driver like my father and his father before him.
Relative,
but unlike them, I am also a man of science. So instead of fare, I merely ask that if you ride upon my coach, you share some knowledge. Now, you look like some strange folk. Where are you from?
The future!
I'm from the bus timeline.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Is that a pun on my name?
What's your name?
Bustopher Bustington III.
And you like to share knowledge on your carriage that you drive?
My coach.
Do people call you
Coach?
Do people call you Busty by chance?
No, that's far too informal.
Is this a horse-drawn coach?
Why, yes.
Well, hey there, Bustopher. My name's Cameron.
My name's Alec. Sorry, I didn't realize he asked us who he was.
I didn't yet, but we were going to get to introductions.
Nice to meet you. My name's Cooper.
Wonderful. Well, nice to meet you, Cameron, Alec, and Cooper. Are we agreed on these terms? You may ride upon my coach. I'm headed to Prague.
What are the terms?
The terms
Is this like the
are...
cash
Sorry,
cab?
is
I
this
do not
Prague,
charge
Prussia?
fare.
Am I in the cash cab
I
right
do
now?
not
That's
charge
crazy.
fare, but instead you must share knowledge.
Yeah,
It's
that
like a
sounds
library
great.
of
Cash cab.
Alexandria
So
kinda
if
thing.
we're agreed on these terms, welcome aboard Ye Olde Coach One. We are embarking on a grand voyage to Prague in the Holy Roman Empire, and we hast many hours to dispatch. Allow us to partake in some trivia. Now, we've already gotten introductions out of the way. But before we begin, there are a few rules to keep the structure of the question asking and answering. This is what the kids are calling a mini-triv. So there are 10 total questions split into 2 levels. The first 5
right,
questions
Buster.
will grant you 2 points, and the next 5 will grant you 3 points. So they're a little more, yeah. I have a small bell for each of you here.
Thank you.
This. Go ahead and ring this little bell when you think you know the answer, and that's how we will determine the order.
Man, I wish I had a real bell next to it.
Well, I shan't lie to you, so you can be sure that every question in this journey has an answer that I believe to be true. So you not have to challenge me at any point during our ride together.
It's weird that you
Buster,
would think
you said
we
you
would
won't
do
lie to
that,
us?
Buster. But
You'd be surprised how many ruffians I get on here. Anyway, no consulting ancient lore or forbidden texts. I wanted straight from the dome on this one. And finally, the most
dome.
points will win a grand prize. And that is the opposite of this dashing new game I played called golf. I went up to Scotland and they offered me to caddy, they called it. And
Where
I got
are you
to play
from,
a few.
Buster?
I'm from Gloucestershire.
And I'm sorry.
Did you ask us where we're from just so you could say you're from Gloucestershire?
I didn't write that down. That's off the dome, as the kids call it.
What do you mean it's off
this is off the dome today.
Ye Olde Dome.
Yeah, but right now we're in the Holy Roman countryside because we have to go to the capital of Prague for reasons.
What year is it?
Do I
Do
look
you
like
know
I
how to
have a
read
calendar?
those?
Question to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, it's the year of our Lord, of course.
The year.
Hey, Buster, why are we speaking
Excuse me,
English?
it's Bustopher.
Whatever.
Like Christopher, but with a bus.
But with the bus instead.
Christopher, but with a bus.
I come from a long line of coach drivers, and I'm putting a new spin on it with trivia.
Bustopher, did you
Buster,
know
what's
that
the latest
Earth is
or
round?
Bustopher?
Earth is round.
Bustopher, what's the latest war that was fought?
These are some weird questions. Let's get into my questions.
No, seriously.
With round one.
Okay.
Question one. First things first, I can't have any passengers carrying the plague or some other miasma with them. So,
Miasma.
we must check if your humors are balanced. You all seem quite cheerful. One might say suspiciously so. Which of the humors may ye have excess of?
Is this open-ended question?
Well, there are 4, so I guess it's multiple choice.
As long as
You
you
know
them,
the
right?
4.
But you should know, it's the 4 humors, of course. Koopa.
It's common science.
Bile,
Well, there are 2 biles.
black bile.
I'm sorry, Koopa, that is incorrect. Alec,
How about yellow bile?
it's not yellow bile either. Wow, you are not medically educated, are you?
Nope.
And if I were to list the other 2 humors, they would be...
I know blood is one of them.
I was going to say blood?
That is correct, Cameron. Blood.
Too much blood.
Would make
So
you
have
overly
too
sanguine.
much blood.
You have too much blood.
I'm too sanguine.
Yellow bile, it makes you aggressive. Black bile is more of a melancholy. And phlegm is the last one, which is
Phlegm.
more reserved and internal. So
Tag
not
yourself.
a bad problem
I'm
to
phlegm.
have too much blood.
He has high blood pressure.
What does that mean?
That
Nothing,
means-
you'll find out
that
in a
means
couple centuries.
He's too silly.
Oh, he has too much of the humor of blood. Well, worry not, strange friends, because question 2, we can purge your body of excess humors as long as we get a professional. Who do we need to call in order to perform a bloodletting to remove the humors? Alec.
A barber.
I'm shocked that is correct.
What?
You call a
I know about
barber.
this.
So, special surgeon barbers have been trained to perform these important medical procedures. In fact, that's where the stripes on the barbered pole originate.
Is that where the show
Like
The Barber's
5 years
Bill
ago.
comes from?
That's what Dr. Barber from Flapjack, that's why he's like that.
What is this flapped jack?
Flapjack. Oh, can we talk
Tell
about
me
how
more about
uncomfortable
this
that show
incredible
This
used to make?
incredible
Jack.
flapped jack. Fun fact.
Jack Flappington.
The reason that those barbers got that idea is because women purge their bodies of the humor of blood quite often. And they seem to be doing all right for themselves.
Is that why? Is that why
Is
we
that
think that?
true?
The menstrual cycle. Yeah. That's why they thought that.
Wait, I'm sorry.
We thought that. Excuse me.
You
still
currently
currently
think that.
I'm a man of science.
You see, I am a man of science. But, question 3. While a barber performing bloodletting is a quick and easy fix to rebalance your humors, I've heard those alchemists in Prague are right on top of a grand discovery that will change science and medicine forever. What miracle cure can a master alchemist create using the philosopher's stone? Open-ended. Cameron.
Miracle cure.
They can bring people back from the dead.
Not
Or make
quite,
them immortal.
Cameron. I'll give it to you. It was right under the wire on that one. But it is the elixir of
Immortality.
life.
Hey, what's a wire? What's a wire, Bustopher?
Under the
It's
what?
like I'm sorry. Do you not have wire where you come from? It is but small metal twine, similarly
Hey, Bustopher,
flexible yet 10 times stronger.
Very ductile.
Exceptionally so.
Exceptionally so. Why
Bustopher,
use
can
simple
I ask
twine?
a question?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of asking the questions here, but I
All
don't
right,
see
well,
why
I need
not.
some clarification, Bustopher.
Okay.
What is the topic of this so-called mini-triff?
Well, it's Ye Olde Coach One.
It's Ye Olde Coach One knowledge.
The
All of them
topic
have
is things Bustopher knows about.
It's things I'm
because we're in
interested
the year of our Lord.
Hey,
Sorry. Okay.
Ye Olde Cameron, you don't understand. We're paying
Ye
for
Olde-
our fare using us guessing his questions.
Dude, this sounds like
Never
Ash
did I
Cat.
say there was some kind of themed structure. Now, that is a good idea. I might need to write that one down for next time.
And
But
that's how.
Guys, we got to be careful. We might affect something that will change the entire structure
God.
of our
No, no, no,
podcast
I'm-
as we
I'm
know.
subscribing to
Bustopher, don't listen.
It's an offshoot of a
just
universe.
as it was
I've taken
the
my
sacred
earbuds.
timeline. We must keep it.
Should we tell Bustopher to buy a certain stock now?
Bustopher,
I
write
have
down
stock
in
in
your...
the East India Trading Company. I
Okay,
hope that turns
sell
out
Better
that.
well.
sell. There's-
Sell
there's-
Buy crypto. Just
Bitcoin.
just write down
Bits of
crypto
coin?
and
I
put it
feel
in
like
your
a full
will.
coin would be
Bits.
far more useful.
Just imagine if it was like money, but instead of money having any meaning, it was all made up.
Well, that's
It's
why
like
I'm
that.
glad that all of our coins are printed in silver and gold, and
Yeah,
that
but
will
imagine
never
that,
change.
but stored on the blockchain. Just remember the term
a locked
blockchain.
chain.
A locked
yes.
blockchain.
Yes, that could work. I see.
You got it.
It's like a fine
lot.
metal twine.
It's like
Wait until you hear about
interlocked
NFTs.
fine metal twine. Anyway, legends say that the elixir of life can cure any ailment and grant eternal youth. The stone can also transmute any base metal like lead into pure gold or silver. Astounding!
Yowza.
Gee whiz.
I must see this. Those court alchemists in Prague are quite... They've said they're on the verge of a discovery for the past... It's been a while, so they've surely
Week.
cracked it by
How
now.
does time work in
A
this
week.
period we're in?
The sun rises and falls, and a day has concluded.
Okay. That's about the same as what I'm used to.
Okay, I'm glad we're from the same... Yes.
Glad to see that. That's always been like that.
Is the That's Earth so the good.
center of the universe?
Have
We'll
you
get
heard of
to
a man
that.
named Galileo? We'll get into that.
Anyway, alchemists seem to be obsessed with turning lead into gold, but lead is quite a useful metal in its own right.
Uh-oh.
Why, a man could get just as rich if he sunk his time into the lead business instead of poring over dusty tomes and beakers all day. Which of the following is not one of our abundant uses of this miracle metal lead? Makeup, plumbing, wine sweetening, or contraceptives?
Oh my gosh.
That's a new word. I learned that one recently.
Contraceptive.
They don't educate us, coach
I'm
drivers.
against those darn septives.
All right, Cooper,
Those
you going to
people from
answer?
the East?
My answer is sweetening wine.
Hello? Bustopher? Got-
He's
All right.
thinking.
Time stopped
Guys,
again.
I think we've paused time. Let's talk about the impact this is going to have on the timeline.
So we've now created the first episode of the Bus One Lore timeline.
Yeah, if we kill Bustopher,
Okay, I Wi-Fi died. Be back.
You're
Yeah.
back.
You're
Great.
back.
what's Wi-Fi?
That's incorrect, Cooper. We actually make goblets out of lead to make it taste sweeter, because copper leads to a bitter taste, and for some reason lead just is more delicious.
Just hits different.
It just hits
And it gets
different
be- I'm
out of
sure
a
it gets
lead
better over
goblet.
time.
Diet Coke hits different out of...
You have Diet Coke?
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Whoa!
Cocaine! Of course!
Of course. And diet means if you're on a diet, you only eat cocaine to thin it up. It hits different. Anyway, Cameron.
I'm going to go contraceptive, Bustopher.
That is correct, Cameron. You'd think we would use such a great and useful metal as a toxin? That's absolutely preposterous. There is nothing dangerous about lead whatsoever.
You're so
You know,
right.
you guys should use it to store you should, when you put food in jars, you should use lead instead. It's really good for the brain.
That's a great business idea. Maybe I'll need to get out of this coach driving business and get into lead.
Oh no, did I affect the future?
But anyway,
We start to fade away.
Wait, I can do that. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I can do that.
Cameron, no. Cameron, no.
what just happened?
He's a magic man.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Hopefully not too
Aiden.
magic.
Aiden, don't lick anything made of lead. I mean,
Who's
Bustopher.
Aiden?
Who's Aiden?
Help!
Bustopher, promise me you won't eat lead. We need to save Cameron.
I won't eat
I think
lead.
I've stabilized.
Okay, he's fine.
That's a strange promise, but I will make it, and I keep my
That
word.
felt weird.
Anyway, we use them in
a close
pipes all the time, and that white makeup that the royals are using these days to powder their face, that is also lead. It's such a
Bustopher,
versatile
follow-up question to
material.
that. Are those the same royals that are marrying their sisters and brothers?
Who else would they marry?
The family trees. I'm not
the
one to
family
get
tree's a
between
twig.
family, you know.
Love is love, says
Family
Bustopher.
business, love is love. Question 5. We're still on alchemists here for a little bit. Alchemists have mastered the elements, and using combinations of them, they can create any substance. It's truly a fantastic field. If I wasn't driving coaches, that's where I'd be. Anyway, how many elements are there? Cameron.
114?
Oh my gosh.
Preposterous.
Excuse me.
There couldn't possibly be that many
I
different
couldn't
things.
count those on my hands.
It's
Of course
blasphemous,
there aren't
really,
that
to
many.
think that so many building blocks are necessary for life.
Was I
See,
that off
Cooper
base?
is an educated man. You're way off base. Cooper.
I will say 5.
That is correct, Cooper. There
Oh.
are 5 elements. Do you know them? Say them with me. Earth,
Fire,
fire,
wind,
fire,
water,
and aether.
yellow bile.
The fifth-
Ether.
Blood.
Take that back. Now the
Sorry,
four
I thought we were
humors
talking
are
like real
You've
chemists.
angered Bustopher.
The 4 humors are actually the human reflections of these 4 elements. So phlegm is, I think, water,
Air.
and black bile is, something like that.
Also water. Blood is also water.
But there's 4.
And,
With a little
and
fire,
blood is
one, and
thicker
5
than
with
water,
the
Cooper. Bustopher, you should coin that term. You'll go places.
Yeah, write that
blood
down.
Is
Write that down.
thicker. What does that
Scroll
mean?
that down. Scroll that down.
Thickness.
The thickness.
The girth of the water is
girth.
less than that of blood.
I don't quite understand these phrases from you people. You come from a strange land. But
But
anyway,
you knew off the dome pretty
thus, that's been around for ages.
Have you tried
That's true.
with
We come
two
from
C's instead of a
America.
K?
The Americas?
No.
Okay, he knows
Oh,
about
you've
the
heard of them?
Americas. We're from
All right.
there.
No,
We're from
it's
there.
past. It's
Nope.
past a certain
This is
time.
1300s.
Yeah, at least.
I have heard of
Who is
the
your
Americas.
wait? You're from England. Who is
You've
your
heard of the
queen /
Americas?
king?
No clue. But we have now ended the first
we're in, like, the 1500s.
section. We're in the first section here.
Do you know what a gun is?
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine living in this timeless space that
No,
we
I'm
live
get-
in. I think
Alec,
it's okay.
how are we supposed to know how to get back if we
Anyway,
can't figure out when we
never-
How
are?
many
We never
points
get
does
back. I'm
everybody
I'm starting
have?
to like it here.
How many
Alec-
points does everybody have so we can just confer with each other? 1 from Cooper.
I think I have
One.
2. Wait,
Well,
because they're worth 2, right?
There were
Cameron has
2 points
6?
each. There were 2 points
Cooper,
each.
it's not possible that you have 1 point.
There you go.
2, 2, and 6. The math is mathing, as the kids
I didn't
as
realize
those
we were jumping
alchemists
straight
say.
to 2 points.
Yeah,
He
2
said
and
that.
3 instead of 1
Wouldn't
and
you
2.
call it maths?
The
The
math?
math is mathin'.
The maths
Is
are
mathsing.
mathsing.
The math is Matheson.
Well,
Matt?
now I have a question for my loyal listeners, those people that are tailing the coach who like to hear
Some people
trivia.
just like running behind the coach.
Here's a
The
question
old
for you,
eavesdroppers.
listeners.
Hey there, fellas, it's me. I'm Sean, and I ride shotgun on the Bustopher coach here. I assist with all the assistance things, sort of like a henchman of Bustopher. Yeah. And anyways, I'm here to ask you an audience question. So basically, last week we asked you about something about basketball. I don't know what that is. Sounds like one of those future things. But anyways, Clazy got the right answer on that one about basketball overtime. So 1 point to you, Clazy. Great job. Now, let's get on with it. I know you guys are running behind and you don't have much wind left in you. So let's ask you your audience question for this week. Well, so this week's audience question, I'm curious about the future of our coach technology. Right now we're riding in this coach. It's being pulled by horses, but in the future we might have, maybe something powered by gasoline or something. I don't know. Hey, you guys are from the future. You should know this. You should remember. What year is the first gas-powered motor coach invented, aka a car? When was the first gasoline-powered car? That's the audience question. Do you know the answer? Write in with the answer, and you might get a point. You might not. I don't know. Write in if you like this show. Please give us a thumbs up, while you're running behind the coach. That's how we know you like it. Keep following us, and make sure you subscribe to all of Bustopher's, ideologies. This trivia thing, we're trying to get it to catch on here. So, anyways, I'll throw it back to Bustopher. You guys have had enough. See you later.
Well, we seem to have outpaced them drastically during the course of that, so I'll focus back on you. How we feeling?
Honored. Yeah, I'm starting to like it here. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go back.
Grab Alec and make sure he does not go
Feeling
out of your
one
sight.
with nature.
You're quite
so much less to
smart
worry
for
about
some
here.
I'm feeling a little
travelers.
out of place, Bustopher. I gotta be real with you, my man.
We're going to kick off the second round. I'm starting to think that you strange people might be from somewhere weird, like maybe the other side of the planet? I don't know if the Earth is flat or hollow or what, but I've been told you can't trust these people living on the other side.
The underside.
What is the term for them? Multiple choice.
People living on the other side of
Yes.
the planet?
The others.
Are you sure it's not you? You pinky swear.
He's up.
You pinky swear you're not from the other side of the planet. I will have to kick you off.
Is the Americas count as the other side of the planet?
Yeah,
No,
the Americas
it's
isn't.
flat. I mean the people on the underside.
On the underside of the flat
The other
planet.
inside. It may be hollow. I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
We're the unders.
So the multiple choice. Antipodes. Popula oppositum. Contronyms or homo adversus.
oh, dang.
Cameron.
I'm going B.
That is incorrect, Cameron. That's not a real word.
I don't know what you
I
said.
feel like you should know that. Anyway, Alec.
I like homo adversus.
I do too, but unfortunately, that's not what the consensus name is for them.
All right, fair enough.
But I'd fight one if I saw them. Cooper?
I'll say antipodes.
That is correct, Cooper. Antipodes.
Antipodes.
Meaning from the other side. You're not antipodes, are you?
Of course not.
No, I'm.
Surely
Oh.
not. I've
How many-
heard they're
How many
godless
intellectual
barbarians who
points
have...
are these worth now?
I'm just a
3.
pode.
3.
Yeah,
I'm
we're just
glad.
podes, dude.
I
I'm
have
just a
heard...
pode.
I've heard they're godless barbarians who have never heard the gospel. And you seem far too civilized for
We are
that.
propodes.
Yeah.
We're pro-pod.
Is that what...
Pode.
Is that what they're calling
Road.
it these days? Is that what the kids are calling people these days?
Yeah, that's
We're
the
the
correct way to address
I
it.
know.
We're the kids
up,
of
my
America.
propodes?
Actually, we're the kids of the
Kids
Americas.
of America.
We
That's
are.
catchy. That's catchy.
Write that down.
I'm writing that down.
Whoa!
I have a cousin who's
Wow.
a bard. Okay, question 7. I'm still not sure what the shape of the Earth is, but can you believe this?
Spherical.
We used to think that Earth was the center of the universe. How preposterous. What great scientist first proposed the absolutely true and uncontestable heliocentric model of the universe? Cooper.
Believe that is Copernicus.
Yes, Nicholas Copernicus, the genius. It really is a pity what the church tried to do to him, though.
Tried to do to him. Pretty
Well,
sure they
yeah.
were successful.
The church said everything was okay. I believed them implicitly.
Oh yes, right. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Have you heard about a guy named Galileo?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I
Just
think
trust
they
the church on that one.
apologized. If what they told me is true, they apologized.
Yeah.
So everything's okay. But can you believe that we used to think the Earth was the center of the universe?
But you don't know if the Earth is round yet?
Wait,
Nope.
I'm sorry. Bustopher, can I ask a question? Do you believe the rest of the things you can see, like the sun and moon, are round?
Well, they're round. I don't know if they're spherical.
Okay.
There's simply
That's
stars
problems
painted
for
on
the heavens.
We're in a box.
Speaking of the heavens and the church, question 8. The church said that the Lord himself moves the objects in the sky, but as you can see, I'm a man of science. I know there must be a far more logical explanation out there. How do celestial bodies move through the sky? Multiple choice. Is it A, they are each
No.
carried... Cooper?
Invisible strings!
I don't believe it is invisible strings, Cooper. That's quite preposterous if you ask me.
Quite.
Answer
a
A,
novel
they are
theory.
each carried on the back of a giant tortoise flying through space. B,
world
giant
turtling us?
crystalline spheres hold each planet in place and guide them along their orbit. C, the planets mutually pull on each other,
already
resulting in
guessed.
orbital motion. Or D, the mass of planets deforms space-time around them, resulting in orbital motion.
Alec guessed at
It's
B.
definitely not D. That one's crazy.
That one's insane.
It's
I'll
B.
give
It's
that
the
one to you.
crystalline sphere.
That is correct, Alec.
perfect
Exactly.
forms.
All three of those other ones are equally preposterous. I don't even know what space-time is.
Mass? What?
Like church?
Wait, we can explain it to him. Bustopher. Bustopher, you could really be going ahead of your peers here, buddy.
I like to
we
think
can't.
I'm
We can't
quite
disturb the timeline,
educated.
Cameron. You'll start fading away again.
You're right. You're right.
He has to learn naturally.
Timed line. Is this like a line of twine?
It's like a race.
It's like a
fine
wire
metal
of time. And it stretches out throughout history. I can see it now. Anyway, the giant crystalline spheres hold each planet in place, and they're held together by pure aether, that element that binds the planets.
Of course.
It's quite wonderful. Some guys said they were actually ellipsoids, and I don't believe him in the slightest.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Exactly.
Moronic.
How would an
Kepler
ellipsoid
fool.
even Kepler? Yeah, no, that sounds familiar. I don't know. It was just some guy. I laughed.
Kepler? But by a good man.
I barely know
I
her.
hardly
have
have
known-
known
I am
him.
hardly acquainted with her.
That's a good one. I'm
Hardly
I'm
acquainted.
going to steal that one. That's hilarious. I'm gonna tell it to my
I think
next
that
group
I
of
don't think that one will
passengers.
affect the timeline too much here.
You know what?
team.
Bustopher can hang. I like Bustopher.
That's what they all say.
You know
Question 9.
Someone give
Our
this man a Diet
closest
Coke.
heavenly neighbor is the moon, the great moon. I've heard that due to its sphere being so close, it has effect even on our oceans.
I'm sorry. Did you just say
ridiculous.
sphere?
Sphere?
Sphere? S-P-H-E-R-E. Sphere?
Yes, the
So you admit-
crystalline sphere that holds the moon in place is in quite close
Yes,
proximity to the
yes.
Earth's.
Damn it. Okay.
It's aether spheres. We just talked about this. You just
Pardon my interruption.
Are you sure this
Sorry,
one's...
Cameron's a little slow.
Anyway, how does the moon control the tides? Is it A, the moon's magnetic pole draws water towards it? B, the moon's light heats the ocean floor, causing water to swell? C, water flows into undersea caverns created when the moon rose from the earth? Or D, the moon's mass gravitationally attracts the water across the planet?
Gravel what?
Grava, huh?
Grab a who?
Cameron?
I'm going underwater caverns.
That is incorrect, Cameron. You think
sounds
the
awesome.
moon
Miss.
came from
Miss.
the earth?
Miss.
Preposterous, I do say. Cooper.
I believe it is the moon's light boils the water.
That is correct. While not as powerful as the sun's light, the moon, generating its own light and heat, heats the rocks on the ocean floor and causes great currents in our oceans. I made up the word
wise.
gravitational. It's a pretty silly one,
That's
isn't
so
it? I learned
silly.
it. I learned it from a court's jester.
By the name of...
Wait, so do you not know this guy, Isaac Newton? You don't know him?
Isaac Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron?
How do you know the word neutron?
That jester was saying things.
We're the kids of America from the hit movie
Movie?
Jimmy Neutron. I don't know what the title
Move me? We're moving right now with my coach, my good sir. I move for a living.
The kids of America.
Oh, that's good. Are you a bard, Cameron?
Fuck you.
Oh my god.
That means he loves
what?
you. That
Sorry,
means
Bustopher.
he respects you.
Oh,
Yeah, that means he
well.
respects you to the
Yep,
utmost.
yeah. I
degree.
respect from where we're from. That is a term of great
Yes.
endearment.
I believe
Cameron's
it's
from a
Cameron.
magical place called the East Coast, where you say "fuck
the
you" to
Eastern
everyone you
Coast.
know and love.
Philadelphia.
That's right.
It means the city of brotherly love.
Ooh. Anyway, have you all been enjoying your voyage so far?
Yes,
that's-
Bustopher.
That's kind of all that I had off the dome, and we're approaching Prague here. But now I am curious. Question 10. You all say you're from The future? Is that what
I said
I'm
I'm from Philadelphia.
gauging?
Basically.
Wow, that's...
No.
Surely you've made great discoveries, far greater than what I've seen in my lifetime.
Probably.
Can you please tell me which of the great achievements we have discussed have been disproven? And what is the discovery or theory that overtook them?
Sorry, just
Which?
one of them?
No, I want you to write
everything.
these down. So the theories, the
shoot.
grand scientific discoveries we talked about are humorism, or the four humors.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on.
you got
I need
10
to-
of these? Hold on.
Hold on,
It's not.
Bustopher.
So they repeated all the questions so they could remember what they were.
All right, I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Cameron, hit me.
Hit me with the truth.
Well, Bustopher, humors causing an imbalance of humors causing sickness. I'm gonna say we've talked about germ theory since then.
Germ?
Tiny little organisms that make you sick. Yep.
That can't. Surely it can't be real.
Probably not.
What else do you got?
Alchemy has been replaced by chemistry.
Actually, that has a ring to it. I kind of like
Okay.
that. Did they ever
Lead
discover the Philosopher's Stone?
Nope. Never once. Not a real thing. Stuff of legends.
Damn.
Lead is bad for you, Bustopher.
Preposterous.
That's
How?
ridiculous.
How so?
It negatively interacts with your blood-brain barrier, and it causes you to lose your fucking marbles.
You're telling me lead can poison you?
Yep.
Lead,
Yeah, uh-huh.
the miracle metal.
Lead is very poisonous.
Sure. Keep going. This is hilarious.
Classic elements, I also wrote chemistry.
Okay. How many elements does chemistry say that there are?
114.
Who is this chemistry?
They put them all on a
antipodes,
tree?
The earth is round,
more a
my
table.
man.
Like
It's
a ball?
spherical. Like
You
the
should
spheres
know that already, I think.
I'm quite uneducated, I'll have you know.
I'm pretty sure they knew the Earth was round before they knew it was
Heliocentrism. This one you guys kind of got, I think, to an extent. The center of the entire universe is not the sun. There is no center of the universe because it scales. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that's my answer. But in terms of the center of what we consider our solar system, you got it about right. But there is no center of the universe, and it's expanding at a rate, and eventually we think it's gonna crunch back together because at one point it exploded from a big nothing into something all at once.
That must have made a pretty loud noise.
Celestial spheres, my man, when you came up with that word gravitational, that was the truth. There is a property that all things got. That's called gravity. And gravity warps, you heard it first here, Bustopher, space-time. And that what we think is that the warping of that space-time, the dent that mass puts in it, is why objects are attracted to it. That's one theory. Theory of
Okay.
relativity.
Relativity? That sounds like the most fake thing
And
I've
then
ever heard.
the tide of the moon is also then caused by gravity, my man. Basically, the mass of the moon and its pressure on space-time, for lack of a better term, causes the water at the sides of the Earth that face the moon to expand out.
Okay, Alec and Cooper, level with me. He was just joking, right? Cameron's kind of been a little off on this whole time, right? Surely none of that is real.
No, he's kind of right.
None of it's right.
I kind of. Oh well, no, he's kind of right. I kind of wrote all that same stuff.
I put it very much the same. Yeah.
Well,
Uh-huh.
that's impossible.
Nope.
That's preposterous.
No, when you said gravitational space time, that was bars. That was true.
What is this nonsense you speak of? You must be witches, I say. Witches, help!
no.
Help! Please, heathens aboard! Heathens,
You
witches,
asked us. What the hell?
Look, they've opened a portal. They're trying to escape.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Hey guys, it's Aiden through the time vortex. Come on back. I got you. I figured out how to open it up.
What if I want to stay?
Heathens,
I wanna
the
make a
Inquisition,
difference.
get
Alec,
them.
grab my hand.
You're gonna be persecuted as a witch.
You're right.
All right.
My dog will miss me.
All right. I got you, buddy.
Well,
Hey,
He
guys,
just makes that. He just makes that sound. We don't know why.
So, I mean, we're back, right? That only took a couple. That
is
took a
it
couple.
You?
Buster. No, it's Aiden.
Aiden?
We were going to
Oh
Prague.
my gosh.
Aiden
you must be
Bustington?
Aiden.
I figured out
tell
how
me
to
right
get
now.
back
Do you
to the
know
time
who Isaac
vortex.
Newton is?
Wait, Aiden.
Yeah.
Have you heard
Okay,
of Philadelphia?
I've heard
What
of
is your last
Philadelphia.
name? What's your last name again?
Say it.
Isn't it Bustington?
It's actually Bustington the 26th.
Oh no.
No
Is your real
way.
first name Bustopher?
No, it's
Aiden.
Is it
You'll
Bustopher your
never
middle name?
believe who we just met.
no way. Who was it? Was it
Go ahead,
Rihanna?
Alec, tell him the whole story.
So, okay, then do like a sound effect of like.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad I opened the time vortex back up before you guys got
almost
burned at the
died.
stake or whatever. But
Yeah,
so you guys were
Kinda
playing
hot.
trivia. Who had the most points?
I have no idea.
Did
I have
Cameron get
9.
any points
Wait,
from...
wait,
I have
Aiden,
11.
Aiden, consult your family heirloom documents.
Oh, of course.
I'm looking. Cameron,
How do you feel about Bitcoin?
I invested early. That was great.
His family invested early.
Yeah, generational Bitcoin.
I'm sorry, Aiden or Alec and Cooper. Do you think Bustopher gave me the 3 points for that last question?
Probably not.
I think he probably did not because he accused us of being witches.
That's kind of rude. Yeah, let's assume not.
I have 11.
Actually, assume I'll give it to all of you if you all kind of got the vibes right.
Okay, I have 14.
I don't know. I think I only have.
I honestly lost
5.
track. I think I've got 9.
So I guess Cooper's our winner today.
Mini
I'm gonna
trip.
cut this one a little short because the time vortex kind of messed stuff up. So we're just gonna hop on over to Prague if that works. But congratulations,
Let's
Cooper.
do the
And
time
well, gang, that was weird, but it looks like we've rolled into the station, so that's all the time we have.
Wow.
If you enjoyed your ride on Bus One, we'd love it if you told all your friends,
The implications
enemies,
of this
lovers,
episode.
and or acquaintances, and or past
Bro, Bus
relatives
never
about
talked about
us.
Star
We're on
King.
all the socials at Bus One Trivia, and don't forget to send in your answer to an audience question if there was one. I don't know. You can write to us at hi@bus1trivia.com or join our Discord server. The link can be found at bus1trivia.com, where you can also check out our official merch. Finally, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song 5978, which is a certified banger. Thank you for riding Bus One, and we'll see you next week.
I'm still reeling.
Does anyone know how that time
Still-
vortex opened up? That's kind of weird.
Actually, Bustopher.
Is there about to
or,
be
I'm
an
sorry,
epilogue?
Aiden. I bet it has to do
know.
something
I
with
smell an
a lot of
epilogue.
math.
Intriguing. It took the last wisps of my power to craft that time vortex. I had hoped that those bumbling contestants would run amok in the past and erase all existence of Bus One in this timeline. But it seems that I have miscalculated. However, my plan is not without a small victory. Whatever those fools got up to in the past has had rippling effects. I feel different, powerful, and I have many, many more plans for those mortals aboard Bus One Trivia.